Okay, this is really funny. Um, this religious dude is complaining about the media using the coronavirus to stoke fears, and using that to make money when religious people do that a lot of the time. That's why you constantly hear about hell, because they want to use that fear to get you to obey them and also donate money to them. Because as you know, you're supposed to donate 10% of your income to God, or you're a bad Christian.
What is your opinion about the role that secular media has played in ramping up the fear factor around the world and making it far worse than it actually is? What's your opinion about that?
Well, that's absolutely the truth. The media, especially the liberal media, have telecasters that are nothing more than evangelists of fear. Let me say to my senior.
Again, that's the pot calling the kettle black. Okay, so I actually haven't heard this guy preach or anything, but I can safely bet that a good percentage of what he talks about is some kind of fear mongering. Uh, so either, government being bad, something about demons or hell, or how the liberals are trying to take over, so and so, a bunch of fear mongering stuff.
People that who are listening right now, because you're the ones that are phoning in with this fear factor. Please understand when you're watching this fake news that those people are painting a much more
Oh, and I bet this guy is a big Trump supporter since he's using the um go-to words, fake news.
severe problem than the problem actually is, because it drives up their ratings, and their ratings increase their commercials, and their commercials determine how much money they get. Don't be disturbed by this, people. One of the best things you can do on that station is turn it off. But I also want you to know that they detest the President of the United States because they do not want to see him in office another 4 years. I want to say this to you very clearly. If the President came up with a cure for every form of cancer today, tomorrow the New York Times would be saying Trump ignores heart patients.
Really, that's a really big stretch to go to, though, because that would not happen. They like to these people like him like to paint these really unrealistic hypotheticals. Um, but it's something they know that their supporters would easily accept. Um, since they obviously have a bias against like New York Times and any type of progressive liberal type media that's out there.
There's always something wrong with what he does. The president is not responsible for this virus. The president is not responsible for the crisis of the nation.
Okay, no one's saying he's responsible for the virus, but his response to what's going on is his fault. The fact that he is fighting with the governors in order to prevent them from getting adequate medical supplies, him supporting idiotic protests to reopen the state because people falsely believe that their rights are being taken away. I mean, yeah, I can understand the lockdown getting to you, but protesting it is not going to stop the coronavirus. Um, him uh, falsely claiming that like China created the coronavirus, or they're somehow at fault for the coronavirus, is his reaction and his fault.
He deserves our prayers. He deserves our support. He is our commander-in-chief. He was duly elected by the people of the United States of America. And as loyal Christians and faithful patriots of the United States, we owe it to our leadership to pray for our president. The spirit of fear is not of God. God has not given us a spirit of fear.
Are you sure about that? Because God does tell you to fear Him, and you're supposed to be afraid of God. So God has created the spirit of fear. So what are you talking about?
But the liberal telecasters are nothing more than evangelists of fear, and I counsel you, do not let them disturb your life or trouble you. They are presenting a very biased message that is not true.
Coming from a person who likes to create his own biased messages that are untrue. It's hilarious that this guy doesn't. He probably realizes that he is a pot calling the kettle black.
All right, can we all say a big amen by clapping our hands?